Okay, good evening, everybody. All right, that means you stop talking with each other. I know we're all so super excited to be here, and it's awesome to see our friends in confirmation that we are coming together tonight in fellowship. We're coming together as classmates. We're coming together as brothers and sisters. So bear that in mind. Tonight we have a guest speaker, Mr. Jeremy Ridgeway of the Knights of Columbus. Everybody give him a nice round of applause. Okay. So he's going to be giving a speech to you guys tonight, and I want you guys to give him your undivided attention. He's come here tonight out of just pure love for this parish and for all of our confirmandi that are here. So, give it up for him. When we're all done, then you're going to break out with your classes. It doesn't look like all my catechists are here tonight, so if you're in a class and your catechist is not here, just come over with my group. That's fine. I'll pull you into my fold. And then I'll be available for any questions that anybody has about the program or any missing paperwork, and I'll have a few announcements at the end. So, without any further ado, I introduce you to Mr. Jeremy Ridgeway.
Good evening. Huh? There we go. Must be the masks, right? Okay. That's much better. Thank you. I'm Jeremy Ridgeway. I'm here tonight to talk to you about stewardship. So what is stewardship? More or less, it's about what you can offer the community and what the community and what the community can offer you. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, good. All right. Maybe I'll just hold it. All right, specifically ministries. Give me a second here. I get a little nervous sometimes, so it takes a few seconds for me to get going. Okay, so how many of you know what a ministry is? You just raised your hand. You went like this. No? Okay. Anybody? Okay. Essentially, a ministry is a group, is a specialized group that supports the Catholic Church, supports the parish. Some of them are specialized. For instance, we have a bereavement ministry. So, for instance, you lose a loved one, or you lose someone that you care about. There's a ministry there, a bunch of people that can help you through that. Okay, you go in there. And eventually, you stay a while, and then you can help out the next person, and so on and so forth. Music ministry. Anybody here in the music ministry? There we go. We got John. There we go. What do you play?
I play the voice.
Awesome. She plays the voice. It's a Hoyi girl. Anybody else? Anybody else in a ministry? You're all in a ministry. Any guesses? You're in the youth ministry, right? You're in the youth ministry. Yes, sir. That's right. How about you, in the white sweatshirt? You an altar server? Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, as some of you may know, you were given 3 gifts at the time of your baptism: time, talent, and treasure. And when you were baptized, you made a promise to use those gifts to help the world to be a better place, right? Now, I'd like you to take a moment and think silently in your hearts. How are you using those gifts? Think about that for a second. Time, talent, and treasure. How are you using those gifts? Think about that. Anyone like to share? Anybody have any talent or treasure that they use Miss Vera.
And I have a mic too. So, time, I do not have a lot of time. Trust me. I work 2 jobs. I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, but I find the time. And I'm in the lectors ministry, so I read. I'm in the youth ministry, so I'm in charge of all you guys. Right? Talent, I have some of that. I'm an excellent public speaker. Treasure, I don't have a lot of. So you can find what you have, and it doesn't have to be massive. Like, you don't have to give so much. Like they said, like with the woman who gave the penny, the small coin out of her purse, is worth more than the giant treasure. So, you guys have it. You have the time, the talent, and the treasure. So use it.
Thank you, Allison. So you said you sing, right? That's how you're using it, right? All right, anyone else? Okay. Just think about that. Kind of keep in the back of your mind, how are you going to go through life? What are you going to offer the community? What are you going to offer this world? You got to have something, right? I mean, you just can't walk around. So think about that. So going back to ministries or small faith communities, how can we find the right one for you? Well, oftentimes we seek a ministry, or it's recommended to us due to current life circumstances. And I'll give you a few examples. I mentioned one a minute ago. So Bereavement Ministry is a good one. It affected my family back over the summer. We had a death in the family. I lost my nephew, and my brother-in-law, he lost his son. And he's having a rough time. He's still having a rough time. I don't think he stepped in a church in 40 years, but he found his way back to the church. So he went back, he went to a bereavement ministry, a group, and he sat with them, and they're helping him through it. Because most of those people, if not all of them, have been through that, and they're helping him. And he's able to move on. Every day is just one step in front of the other, but hey, he's taken steps. So those are the things to think about. Other ministries such as pro-life, I think we have a few experts in here, don't we? We sure do. We have the Knights of Columbus, a men's ministry. It's not exactly a ministry, but it's still kind of an organization attached to the church. So things like that. All right. Give me just a second. So when you're looking for a ministry, again, think about how that ministry can help you be a better child of God and a family member, and then how you can offer your time, talent, and treasures to make that community stronger. Years ago, Father Ramon asked me a question. Why did God put me here on earth? What is my purpose as a child of God? I tried to answer it right away. I still can't answer it. That was years ago when he asked me that question. I suppose for me right now, I mean, it's just a journey. I don't think I'll ever know the answer, but it's a journey. But for me right now, it's about being part of something bigger. It's about being part of a family. Not just my family, all of you. Right? We're all brothers and sisters of Christ. God is our Father, right? Am I right? Okay, so maybe we should start thinking about how we treat each other. Don't we want to treat each other like brothers and sisters? Sometimes if you're not very nice to your brothers and sisters, go the other way. But seriously, think about that. We're all brothers and sisters, especially right now. You see what's going on? People are just not really being nice to each other. How hard is it just say, "How you doing?" Open the door for somebody. Just be nice. Not too hard, right? Right, Mary? There you go. Don't laugh when I'm talking or I'll call you out. So think about that. How many of you come from a big family? Let's see some hands. Yeah, I know some of you have big families. Okay, so you all have a job to do in that family, right? Okay. Everybody's got something to do to keep that family going. I remember Mr. Downey over here, he'd tell me a story. He's got, how many, 8? There are 8 of you? He's got 8 brothers. Okay, imagine that. Everyone has to do something or there's chaos. Everybody's got a job to do, whether it's doing the dishes, doing laundry, tying the shoes for the little ones, keeping your younger brothers in check, all that stuff. Everybody's got something to do. Well, in life, we all got something to do, don't we? We got to do that. We all got to act like a family to keep that going. So think about that. If you don't do your job, what happens in that family? You got chaos. Everybody gets crazy. Think about it. If you don't make the table for dinner at night, someone's going to get yelled at. Right? Yeah. You don't take out the trash. Oh boy. Right? Especially if you got a big family, because you know those trash cans are filled. You got to do something. Okay, do your part. What if you can't do it? What if your little brother stubbed his toe, can't take the trash out? You going to do it for him? No. Why not? It's got to get done. Someone's got to do it. So I spent a career in the Army, okay? And in the Army, you get the job, you got to complete the mission. You just got to do it, okay? And you rely on your brothers and sisters on your left and on your right, okay? You can't, if for some reason I go down, someone's got to pick up my slack. Someone's got to either pick me up or just do my job for me. It's just got to get done. Just apply that to life. You're at work, your buddy's slacking off, the job's still got to get done. Help them out a little bit. Help each other out. Be a good neighbor. Does that make sense to y'all? Why not, right? Just be nice. No one likes someone mean. No one likes that person that just doesn't want to do anything. Nothing gets accomplished. Just help out. Be a good member of your community. So again, I'm giving my experience in the Army, talking to you guys about family. Take that into life. Go out there. Be nice to people. Help out. Use your time, talent, and treasures. All right, so going back to the ministries. They have much to offer. They are a specialized group. We talked about the bereavement. We talked about the music. We talked about youth, all those things, okay? But there are many, many, many more out there. Go out there and look. How can you help? Or how can they help you? Everybody's got something going on in life. How many people are going through something right now? We all are. We're in COVID. We're in a pandemic. So there's a million things we can't do. How many people played sports before COVID? Yeah, a lot of you. You're not doing that right now, are you? Or, well, they're reintroducing some right now, but you missed out on a lot, didn't you? Okay, it caused a lot of stress. Probably caused some stress on your parents. Some people are out of work. Things are tight. Help out. Be kind. If you need someone to lean on, that's what those ministries are for. Go lean on them. Go lean on me. If you need something, come to me. I'll offer my hand to you. I'll help you out. I'll pick you up and carry you past the finish line. That's what we're here for. All right, so why am I here today? I'm not an expert on ministries by any means. I just, I've been in quite a few of them. I've gotten a lot out of the ones that I've been a part of. But I have a story that can relate to ministries and how they can help you and how you can help them. So, here's my story. After my career in the Army, I was part of I worked for the State Department. I was part of a security team whose job was to extract diplomatic security teams that were in trouble in hostile fire zones. And on one specific day in Baghdad, my team and I were called to aid a team that was in trouble. And on one specific day in Baghdad, I already read that, didn't I? So we were en route to respond to that team, but we were involved in our own incident. And when it was over, there were many civilian casualties. We didn't know it. It was kind of the fog of war. Things happened. We really didn't know what was going on. It was an accident, and bad things happened. So shortly after that, I went home, and what followed me? An FBI investigation. I came back home. Fallbrook was kind of new to me. My family had been here, but I've been in the military and I've been overseas for so long. I had no friends here. I knew no one. So with that, my great career, all my friends, I didn't know anybody. So I was stuck here in Fallbrook. And Fallbrook's a small town, right? Not a lot going on unless you know people. And then all of a sudden, it's a big community. But I didn't know anyone. Fortunately, though, my wife, she was involved here in the church, and she enrolled my daughter here at the school. And she just saw me sitting around kind of depressed. And she said, "You need to get off your feet. You need to do something." I don't know what to do. I got nothing. She says, "You got a lot." So she said, "I tell you what, why don't you start flipping hamburgers at the school for the kids? I like to barbecue. That's my thing. I love being behind the barbecue. So that's one of my treasures, one of my talents." So I reluctantly agreed, and I started flipping hamburgers years ago over here at the school for the kids. And I met this gentleman. He had a daughter in the same class as my daughter, Chris Nolte. He was the Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus. And he said, "Hey, you look like you should be a knight." I'm like, I don't know what that means. But all right, tell me more. And he told me a little bit about the Knights. Knights is a great men's fraternal organization, been around since the late 1800s, founded by Father Michael J. McGivney, a Catholic priest in Connecticut. And he started the Knights of Columbus for basically widows and orphans. Because back in the 1800s, Catholics were prejudiced against us. Didn't matter what color you were. If you were Catholic, you weren't very well liked. You couldn't get life insurance. So that's why Father McGivney started the Widow and Orphans Fund. And it became an organization. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we're in almost, I can't even tell you how many countries, but there's millions of us. Millions of us men, it's a men's organization. Millions of us men sticking together, supporting each other, bringing each other up, protecting the Catholic Church, preserving life, being together. And that's what I needed. Because again, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anybody here. But the moment I joined the Knights, 200 friends. That's how I met Mr. Downey. We're great friends now. That's how I met Jeff Reyes. We're great friends now. Just being a part of something. Where's Bob Jorgensen? Bob Jorgensen over there. Another one. Be a part of something, and we all had something in common. We all are children of God. We wanted to preserve church. We wanted to do something. We wanted to give back. And you think, at that time in my life, I didn't think I had anything to give back. I think I gave everything I could. But now the Knights introduced me. There's so much more we can give. So much more. And they opened my eyes to that. So, Time went on, started volunteering more. I was getting out of the house more with all these friends. Things were going good in my life. I actually started volunteering outside the parish, started venturing off into the community, and started training service dogs for disabled veterans. I didn't know anything about the dogs. Just wanted to train my dog, and I had a good time being enrolled in that program, and then asked if I could start volunteering. And I loved it because I was with my brother and sister veterans. I got to spend time with them, hear some of their stories. Even if I didn't hear their stories, just their basic struggles back here in home. Just knowing that I'm not alone, I'm not the only one going through all that. Being a part of something bigger than me. It was great. Then I just kept going. I was working the soup kitchen over here at the church. I was a catechist in the confirmation program. You'd see me at just about every event, flipping a burger or serving a refreshment at the bar. I was always here. Still, just COVID, there's not much going on now, but I still find a way to keep busy. So the investigation was over. Unfortunately, though, I had to go to Washington, D.C. A judge called me to stand before him at the federal court in the District of Columbia, our nation's capital. But you know what? I wasn't alone. At least 40 members of this parish got on an airplane and followed me out to Washington, D.C. and stood by my side. I didn't stand before that judge alone. I had my family. I had my friends, my brother and sisters from this parish. I was not alone. The judge looked at me, and he looked around, and he said, "Mr. Ridgeway, I see all your friends and family here. There's so many filling up this courtroom. I don't even think I know that many people. This is a testament of your character. I believe you. You're telling the truth." I went home that day with my friends. Story wasn't over, but that's for another day. But because of the support from the community, because of what I gave and what this parish gave back to me, from what the ministries gave back to me, I was able to walk out of that court that day and come home. It was a good day. That was 2015. Here I am. So that's my story. And I offer my hand to you because I've gotten so much. So now it's my turn again. It's always our turn. Whenever things are good for us, it's our time to lend a hand. When we're down, maybe somebody else will lend us a hand. But right now things are good for me, so I offer you my hand. If there's anything you ever need from me, I'm here. Just ask any of these people, "Hey, can I get Mr. Ridgeway's number?" I'll be there for you. You can count on it. So, anybody want to answer that question? Why did God put you on earth? Come on. Anybody? It's awfully quiet. No idea. There's so many of you. No one's got an idea? All right. Go home and think about it. Think about it every day. Every time you wake up in the morning, think about it. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? The more you think about it, the more you'll become aware. And remember I said earlier, you might never know. I still don't know. I'm just making guesses. But at least I'm putting one foot in front of the other. Doing something positive. And that's about it. All right. Any questions? None? All right. Young men and women, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate your time. Have a great night. Go with God.